So I've been talking about desires and specifically how they defeat people, the ones who have oppressed you via your own, desires. So to further expand on this topic specifically, because you're trying to, when you're working with desires, you need to be genuineness, and for desires more important than anything else. Not how good your desires are, how how impressive your desires are, or even just how grand your ideas are. The biggest thing about desires is that they must be genuine, and so you need to believe in them. So as they say, good faith is required, which is very difficult to bring forth, because it makes you look soft, it makes you look weak. This is the problem that most are going to have to deal with. So as I've mentioned on this good faith thing, how does one actually embrace good faith? The thing is, good faith, the reason why it works and why it's important to have good faith is the fact that you are talking with another person, and you're trying to get them to believe you, or at least not say believe, but at least trust you. So very importantly, why is good faith important is because if you trust the other person to provide all the correct information, and you trust yourself to provide all the good information, what usually tends to happen is that the conversation gets to move on, and that is how good faith works. Specifically, you're speaking to someone that you can trust, and the other party can trust you as well. And this is why it's important to look, not say soft, but at least you are tough enough to be able to let your strength down, let your shields down, and you're able to speak to the other person as if he's a human being, just as you should. This is how you become convincing. This is how you persuade people. So, as I've mentioned on that, why good faith is relevant is because the people who have good faith trust you, and they do believe in you. Those people, they know that you mean good, and they won't actually they don't mean harm. Those who have no good faith, they don't mean, they want things out of you, primarily because they're not honest with you. And with them being dishonest, you can't have an honest discussion. And even if they do have an honest discussion, you can't have the honest discussion. So the other thing, which in fact the other benefit of having good faith and being trustable and being honest, is that the people who you really want to you want to be attached to, the kind of person you want to attract, they also value these. It's not about being honest with just the other person that you're trying to argue against or whatnot. It's just the person you really want to be with also likes these things. They like the characteristics of honesty, good faith, because they're confident you won't gaslight. I'm just like, kinds of people who lie, the kind of people who don't have good faith, they are the ones who are willing to gaslight, and they're most likely to gaslight. So logic dictates that this is what will happen. Those people who actually are willing to do harm, they're possibly going to just gaslight you because of this. They want to gaslight you because that is what they're trying to do. They are trying to gaslight you. So this is how you avoid gaslighting, showing that you are the kind of guy who would gaslight, and just be better than them, and also make yourself more fit. Honesty matters here. This is also the other reason why I've mentioned so many times on being honest with the person you're trying to speak with, and being honest with the desires, being honest with everything else. Again, these are all really nice things to show. People like to see this. People want to know who you are. People want to know what you want. People know what you honestly think about them, what you honestly feel about them. This is why people, they like honest people, because they want to know you. This is how you build the connections. This is how you build interactions, and this is crucial for allowing people to, it's important so that you can build a connection with people you want to connect with, the people you want to be with, the people you want to have a relationship with, because this is what keeps a person trustworthy and keeps a person desirable. People want these things, give it to them. Even when they know that you are able to provide what they want, they trust you, and this is how you build up that trust. You trust in the person knowing that they trust you, and the whole cycle will continue. And this is how you build a very healthy relationship. This is how you build a proper functioning relationship, and also keep yourself attractive. This is how you keep it going. This is how you get people in and keep it going, and also keep it healthy. On the topic of keeping a relationship and giving the maintenance, the management of the relationship, this is what matters here. You need to already be thinking about how do you actually maintain the relationship, or if not maintain it, at least manage it, keep it going. This is how you build a winning relationship, a relationship where you can trust the person and have the relationship last long. The longevity of a relationship relies on you being able to manage it, being able to produce a lot of things long term, and at the same time keep the other party trust. They want a person who they can rely on long term. Reliability is what keeps the relationship going. So if the reliable person like you must produce a level of trust, good amount of not say impressiveness, but at least they need to be able to rely on you, which is more important than impressiveness. And how do you do it is, again, it's all about a good faith. You need to know not to gaslight people, even in the toughest times. Don't gaslight. It is pretty standard for any relationship whatsoever. Keep the trust going, even if it's hard. Keep the relationship going, keep the trust, keep the good faith, because it will help you. Again, it's not blind faith, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that you need to make sure that you can be trusted and the other party can trust you, and you're supposed to trust in them. Present the trust first. After all, you can always reel back the trust if they've proven to be untrustworthy. Specifically on this good faith argument that most people miss, and in fact many people miss, is that you need to be able, is that it's not about showing vulnerability or looking soft against the other party. The main idea of good faith is the fact that you are able to show strength by revealing the weakness and produce a softer character. Because you look strong, way stronger, if you can just reveal your own weaknesses in front of people publicly, and yet you still can't lose, because even if they have all this information, you're already strong. You've already proven that you're powerful enough to withstand all this nonsense, all the opponents' nonsense, all the opponents' attacks. This is how we build up a person, how to build a persona that's strong, tough, and better than the other party, because this is how you build that power. This is important because it shows it just shows that you have the strength and you have the confidence, you have everything else. You're fully armed, and while simultaneously show, hey, I'm fully armed, I have all this, but at the same time I'm not an immortal. So, but at the same time I'm still strong enough to reveal my weakness. So respect me. And this is where the respect starts to build up. Show that, hey, even in my weakest times, I'm still strong enough to beat you. So on the issue of confidence specifically, the real thing about confidence and why it's nice looking and why it's attractive is, or fit, or it just increases your fitness of getting the results. Primarily the fact that you're showing them that you have this very strong narrative. that you're strong, you can do things, you are confident on doing things, you're willing to do things that most people wouldn't be able to do. Approach a girl, approach a guy, showing that initiative and showing that confidence to take ownership of this initiative is very powerful for creating that narrative that you're strong, you're confident, you're powerful. And it's that narrative, as I mentioned, it's that narrative, that storytelling that compels people. People aren't interested in what you have to offer. I mean, they will be interested, but the thing is, you can't just rely on that to get people to know you, get people to want to be with you, because nobody really is compelled by all of the day-to-day thing, like the day-to-day what you can provide for the other person, or who you want to be with, specifically because nobody cares too much. Like, why are you gonna care about how you're gonna spend time with like your partner? No, like your partner probably doesn't care too much, but what they would care about is specifically why. What's the story behind it? Maybe you have something going on. You let them know you're busy, and the fact is that once you let them know that you're busy, even if it's a lie or whatnot, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that you've created the story that you are busy on that, and so they will consider that since you are probably busy, they will just give you the time. It's just common sense. So as per this issue of common sense, specifically of why you should be telling the person about this narrative, this story, it's because people are people don't really have much time to think. It's think about all, like, just considering all of the factors and being correct on the factors is irritating. It's long, it's not efficient, it's not nice, it's not. People wouldn't think about these things. What you would be thinking is specifically the story you tell. Even if it's wrong, even if it's a bad story, telling them the story at least gives them something to work with. Then story is easier to process in the mind, because you're telling them what they should be thinking, what they should be doing. You're cutting down on like the active effort that they have to put to understand what they should be considering. And so this is what makes someone who can tell and create narratives powerful, to be able to push things going forward. Those people have more chance, because this is what the modern world considers fit. And so being a more modern fit person allows you the chance to be more, gives you more chances to be with someone. This is not just with men, this is not just with women, this is not just meant for any, it's not even meant for relationships, it's just how people think. So understanding how people think allows you to just understand how this is how the world wants things to be, and this is how you should follow, so that you can use what the world wants to put that into your own advantage, so that you can be a lot more fit for what you want. So what does it all mean? What it means is that the narrative, like, it's in a world of politics, social interactions, dating, in the social marketplace of love, friendships, there is no such thing as what you do. There's no real, you're not trying to approach them with what you're doing. What you need to do is approach them with what you can, what stories you can tell. This is most important. It's at the end of the day, it's all vibes. So make the vibe nice, and then maybe they would think, hey, this guy probably has something. This guy has a story with him. The story, I like the story, so I will follow this person to understand and follow and know more about it. So yes, it's all about vibes, and so you gotta just you have to follow, you have to think about the vibes, and work with the vibes, and just make the vibes work in a way for you. This is the key factor to really judge who's better, who's worse. So as long as you can keep the vibes good, and create the good vibes, and create make the atmosphere nice, or just make the feels good, the rest of it will follow. And as they say, get the powers on your side, and then you work from there. Literally, get the profits first, ask questions later. So thanks for watching this particular video. That to at least explain to you why being slow on these things, being not having no initiative on these, why is it bad for you? So yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you can support me on Patreon, because this is how I pay the bills, and I want to help more of you people who want these kind of guidance, who need these guidance to have a better life, really. And I can't do that if I can't even feed myself. I want to do this more for you. I want to do it for you, because the world deserves more people like you. The people who can get what they want, have the initiative, be confident. The world deserves more of you. So I hope you can support me on that, and yeah, also like the video if you haven't, be good. Helps the algorithm, helps to push my video out, helps to increase the publicity of it, and also subscribe to the channel to notify yourself a bit more on the next videos and the next programs I'm covering. Also follow my socials, my Instagram, my TikTok. Those is where all the news will be more active, more immediate. And yeah, also if you haven't, click the bell on after subscribing as well. It really helps the algorithm as well, and also helps you be on time, or just helps you know when I'm actually publishing more videos, more live streams, shorts even. I'm also there's a lot of things going coming up, so click all the buttons that matter, and be notified of that, so that you won't miss an update.